Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Nutrition Kitchen. Just setting this little camera up. I was just live with Brooke, so forgive me, it's not perfect just yet, but that's how we keep it real in this kitchen. I'm going to back this up, and we're going to get right into today's recipe. If you're new here, please say hello, and if you're old here, also say hello. We love Thursdays. Thursdays is where we create. Let me get my phone out of the way. And let's talk a little bit about today's menu. Today's menu is designed for you to take out on your patio this summer, to take out when you have guests coming over and it's a summer evening and it's really hot outside and you want a dish that has the following: protein, fiber, the colors of the rainbow. You could even add blueberries. I did not find blueberries today, but you want color, texture, taste, and of course, protein, fiber, and good fat. I think that really makes a very good dish. Now, I want you to know that today's meal is also flexible. I would serve this as what we would call an antipasto, meaning a dish before the meal. Forgive me for all this stuff. I was a little late. We're keeping it real. Or I would serve it as an entire meal. That's up to you, and I'm going to show you options. But we're going to get started. Before we start, who's here? Hi, Lori. Hi, Shannon. Hi, David. So good to have everyone. So let's talk ingredients. And if you're cooking with me at home, let's make this together. If not, you can always make this after. I know I have people writing to me saying they're going to make this over the weekend. We have 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Notice that the ingredients I use them often. We used Greek yogurt last week. So when you're buying it, we're repurposing the ingredients, right? Greek yogurt is so good. This is a Greek yogurt that when I look at the container, it's organic, it has a lot of protein, and I do full fat. And I'm just going to pour my Greek yogurt right into this bowl, okay? Because we're gonna mix it. So get all that, get it all in there. All right, that's the first part of this. Then we're going to take some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. How much should you grate? I'm going to say 2 tablespoons, or as much as you want. I really love this cheese. Remember, don't buy it pre-grated. I know that this seems like a lot of work, but once you start falling in love with grating cheese, look at that. It looks like snow. Once you taste, I want you to taste the difference. Buy pre-grated and buy the real stuff, and tell me if you can ever go back. I can't. This is such a good quality cheese. And it's got tons of protein. You're going to be buying it on repeat. When you're done with this, let me show you how you would store this. I like to give you these tricks. You're going to take a paper towel. You're going to damp it ever so slightly, okay? Then you squeeze it. It should be a little damp. This is how you store it. It didn't fall on the ground. I caught it. And then you're going to just take it and wrap your cheese, and this will keep it fresh. Don't do plastic. Do a soft cloth, moist, not wet, moist. Squeeze it out, and this will keep it fresh. You can put it right back in that fridge, okay? All right. Once we put our Greek yogurt and our cheese, we're going to take 1 garlic clove. Now you can cut it, but I love grating my garlic, and we're grating it right on top. So get yourself a grater. We're going to use this grater in my kitchen a lot today. Anyone cooking with us today? Anyone? Such a great summer recipe. Your hands might smell like garlic afterwards. The garlic is so good for us. I also think we're live on the Brooke Burke Body app and the Brooke Burke, sorry, not app, the Instagram page. So hi to everyone that follows Brooke. We hope you join our app and come and cook with us and work out with us and laugh with us. I was telling everybody in class today what I think makes Brooke's app unique. And I said she gives us permission to show up human. She gives us permission to say like, hey guys, today I'm showing up like a shit show. We're not perfect here. I think that keeps us real. What do you think? What makes this app unique? You might need some help taking off the garlic. There you go. I'm using a little paper towel, and just get that all off. Okay. Once we've done that, we have some fresh lemon. I'm not using the juice. I'm using the zest. I love the zest of the lemon. So we're going to take it approximately 1 teaspoon. When you do it and you rub it, quickly turn it. You don't want to over zest the rind because then it becomes not a good flavor. The only good part of it is the very, very top. You don't want to go where it's like turns white. You're not going to like the flavor. So notice I just keep turning my lemon, and I cook with lemon zest all the time. Not only is it pretty, it really adds a certain kind of flavor, and it's really healthy for us. That's why Brooke eats the entire lemon. There's a lot of nutrients in the skin. For flavor though, you don't want to get past this yellow part for flavor. And I'm all about the flavor. I don't care if something's good for me. If it doesn't taste good, it's going to make me stressed out, and that's going to show up a different way. So even when people are like, that's really good for you, if I don't like it, I like cottage cheese. I hate cottage cheese. It's really good for us. But I'm not going to eat something not good for me. Life's too short. I mean, I'm not going to eat something I don't like. There's plenty of things I do. Okay, so check out that so far. All I have right now is Greek yogurt, Parmigiano Reggiano, and the lemon zest, all right? Next, I'm going to put a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Heather. Hi, Lori. If your hands smell like garlic, rub them on the stainless steel faucet. Really? To dissipate the odor? I love that trick. All right, how much olive oil? Only because you guys are asking, I'm going to say a teaspoon. That's my version of a teaspoon. And after we do that, of course, some salt. I'm doing a pink Himalayan coarse sea salt. And we're going to do some freshly ground black pepper. Okay? Grind your pepper, grate your cheese, zest your lemon. Now, we can put this in a blender, but I don't want to. I think it's going to make it too mushy. So I'm going to whip it by hand with a whisk, just like this. See how easy that is? Now we've got a sauce. Look at that. I'm going to try it. I know it's not time to try it yet, but I'm hungry. Geolux was hard today. Anyone take my class today? Thank you, Shannon. I think it's a great tip too. She's saying it to Lori, not me, but I'm going to thank her anyway. All right, I'm going to take this seed cracker and just try it. See how we're doing. That is absolutely divine. Wow. Nutrition Kitchen's got you covered this summer. And I have more zest in here. You really have to get your stuff out of the zester. That's the only problem, but it's so worth it. Okay. Because we're adding beans to this, 1 can of cannellini beans. Are they from the can? Yes. As a chef, should I have cooked them? Yes, but I didn't have time. So we're using canned beans. I did rinse them. I drained them. Real life happened today. So we're going to do a can of beans. Okay? And we're going to take a pot. Lots going on here today. All right, here's my pan. In my pan, I'm pouring olive oil. How much? Enough. Enough to coat the pan. Don't be afraid of using olive oil. I'm going to use a cutting board right now because I want to mince my garlic or slice it. I'm not going to grate it because we're going to cook it. Can you see that? Okay, so we're going to take some garlic and we're going to mince it. Take off the ends of your garlic. Okay, and then we're just going to quickly slice our garlic. I'm trying to make sure you see everything here. My set looks a little messy. Is it me or does it look a little messy today? Okay, now because I have garlic that's sliced, I want to make sure my olive oil is not too hot because we don't want it to burn. With garlic, you want it to get softened, slightly brown, but not too much because then it's burnt and nobody wants brown garlic. So you can't, it's not one of those vegetables that you can walk away from. You can't walk away because you don't want to get to that point. So let's saute some garlic. What else is going to go in this dish? Olives. Now I said that you can do Castelvetrano, but when I was at Whole Foods, I saw Kalamata and I love color. And I love Kalamata olives. So I'm doing both. We're going to represent the Greeks, Oppa, and the Italians, and use Castelvetrano, which are from Sicily, very close to Greece, and the Kalamata olives, okay? And you can do them whole, but I want to chop them. I'm going to coarsely chop them. Make sure you're watching my garlic. Who's watching my garlic? Could have done this in a better way, but this is how we're doing this today. Ooh, one of those had a pit. That's weird. Which one had a pit? One of them did. Is it this? Not supposed to have pits. They said pitted. See, you can never be too sure with food. Maybe the Kalamata did have pits. I better be careful here. They did. Not paying attention. Okay, so take out the pits. You don't want anyone to choke. My hands are very clean, but if you are serving people and you're not constantly washing your hands, get a pair of gloves. Also, be sanitary. Too many people get sick, and it's because of food contamination. Messy cooks are the best. I don't know about that, Lori. My culinary school teachers wouldn't agree with you, but I'll take it today. Hopefully I'm not that messy. I'm listening to my garlic behind me. All right. We're going to add our beans to the garlic now and the olive oil, and we're going to add our olives. Those darn pits, right, Heather? Pitted olives are so much easier. Let me get those beans in there. Always cook your beans, okay? There's reasons why. It smells so good in this kitchen. We're going to add our olives. If there's a pit in there, I tried to get them all out. I was like, why is it so hard to cut these olives? I didn't read. I was on Whole Foods. I was on the phone. Come on, you guys know this happens. Trying to get two things done at once. They say multitasking, not really great for us women. We need to get used to monotasking. We'll be much more productive. All right, so look at these. Isn't that pretty? Kalamata, Castelvetrano, plenty of salt here, so I don't know if I'm gonna add any more. Now, we're going to add a few more things to this. Look at that. The smell is unbelievable. I want you to see that. Okay, the smell is incredible. Let's add a few more things. I'm going to raise the heat just a little bit. We want to add a little bit more olive oil. Why not? Now we're going to add a tablespoon of a glazed balsamic vinegar. This one happens to be caramelized with onion because my husband likes that, but a plain one is fine. Just 1 tablespoon, okay? Can you guys see that? Did I bring you over here? Let me bring you over here. I'm going to change the screen. Brooke Burke is still on Instagram. I hope you guys are enjoying. All right. Look at that color. You see that color because of that balsamic? I'm also going to add a little red wine vinegar. How much? A teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Yum. So should we cook our chickpeas before putting them in salad? I think so. ChatGPT it, but there's health benefits to cooking your beans versus eating them raw. I don't want to give you misinformation, but it's what I'm hearing. Now we're going to put a pinch. That was a little more of a pinch, but I like it hot and spicy. This is Calabrian red chili peppers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting hot in this kitchen. And you know what I want to do? Let's char a lemon. We have this lemon. Watch what I'm going to do. Let's char it. I'm going to char 1 lemon. So I cut it in half. I'm literally sitting it there. We're going to char it, and then I'm going to squeeze the juice. So I'm cooking it a little bit to get some more texture and depth and flavor. You love balsamic, so do I. I'm going to add a little pepper to this, even though I did red pepper, a little black pepper. And I think I'm going to add, because I have so much of it, some chopped fresh parsley. So I'll turn this camera. You know what? I'll do it right here. Let's chop on the stove. When I do parsley, I do it the way they do it in Italy, meaning I'm not going crazy, making sure it's perfect. I'm going to do it very rustic. Can you guys see this? You can see it. So maybe you don't want all these stems, but don't get too crazy, because a rustic, I like things to be rustic. Yeah, number one, it saves us time, but it's home cooking. Look at that. I can't wait to show you that lemon. Okay, so this is not hard, right? Everything I show you is so easy. When people tell me I know how to cook well, I'm like, no, I don't. This is easy stuff. This is stuff that you guys can do in your kitchen. I'm not doing anything that I would say a Michelin star chef needs to be here to do. We're gonna just chop up this parsley coarsely. Now, what happens if you don't have parsley? Do you have basil? Do you have mint? Do you have rosemary? Do you have sage? I mean, any herb will do. I like some parsley. We're gonna add that right in there. Right? Look at that. Que bellissimo. I wanna show you the lemon. This is the best part. I love stuff like this. Oh, it's not charred enough. Let me put on the heat. I'll show it to you. Any questions? Heather, Kelly, you like it spicy? I know. I know. I know you do, Heather, Kelly. I'm gonna char my lemon a little bit. We're almost done. The beauty of Nutrition Kitchen. Nice and quick and fast. Come on, lemon, get charred. I just want to blacken it a little bit. I should have put it on in the beginning. So now we have a beautiful dish. You can eat this alone, or you can do what I'm going to do with it. All right, it's not getting as charred as I want, but it's okay. Usually my hands can handle heat, and that's burning hot. I'm going to pour this juice in now at the end. Remove that pit that I just dropped, and we're done. Fantastic. Let's plate. Let's plate and eat, because I know you guys don't have time. We're busy human beings here. Okay, so a few ways I could do this, because I want to make it look pretty. We eat with our eyes first. Some of us fall in love with our eyes first, but we definitely eat with our lives first, right? That wasn't cool. We dropped the the lemon. Guys, I feel like I'm a little drugged today. I don't know if that ever happens to you. Let's talk about what's going to be served here. So, I have found beautiful radish today, carrots, cucumbers. I wanted fennel. I had a whole different idea. I wanted fennel, endive, and what else? Red bell peppers. But I didn't see anything that was of good quality. That happens often to me. So I buy seasonal, I buy fresh. This is what looked good. I love these crackers. They're gluten-free. They're seed crackers. They do really well on my boards, okay? Not too heavy, nutritious. Let's spread this out and make it pretty. So, in order to do that, I'm gonna use a plate. Heather Kelly just told me my Psycho Killer workout made me drunk. Was it too Psycho Killer today, though? I thought it was more on the easy side today. Kelly, I'm recovering. All right, so let's use a spoon, and we're going to put this onto the board. And we're going to smear it all on top. Okay? I think I would make triple this if I was feeding more than 2 to 4 people. Like if I had 6 to 8, I would double or at least triple this recipe. This is good for like me, my husband, because we have big appetites, maybe a third person, but this is only a cup of yogurt, right? And about 2 tablespoons of Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, here we go. So now I'm gonna add my bean mixture right here. So just don't be afraid to smear it. Somebody the other day told me I'm a perfectionist, and I don't think I am. But when I start doing things like that, I don't like serving dirty plates. Okay, now we're going to put the bean mixture right in the middle. So remember, tons of protein, but there's a lot of flavor in this. Look at that. Save that for later. I'm going to cut some more fresh parsley. Can't have enough fresh parsley on hand. Psycho Killer is drunk today in her kitchen. This is without alcohol. Imagine I had alcohol. I'm telling everybody because I no longer have pain. My surgery was for stage 4 endometriosis. I used to be in chronic pain. I have so much energy now and I'm pain-free. I kind of don't know what to do with it. Isn't that a great thing? A great problem to have in life. Check that out. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil like this. Let me go close to the camera. Don't be afraid of the olive oil. And I'm going to do just a little bit more lemon zest because I just think it's so wonderful to have sprinkles of little bursts of citrus on my plate. And there you go. Now, how do I turn this into a meal? Well, I'll tell you. Grill some shrimp or chicken and put your skewers out. And isn't this gorgeous spread? You could put out a spoon and friends can take this literally and make a little plate for themselves. The reason why I like endives for a piece of salad is because of the Greek yogurt, but even without it, look, you could put it right on the cucumber. Right on the cracker. Isn't that nice? It's going to be very heavy, very filling. I would serve this as at a party, and your guests would be so satisfied. Any questions? None? Crostini and a jalapeno infused sauce. I like that. I don't really cook with jalapeno a lot. I should. David Madrid, are you going to make this? He said it looks delicious. Nicole, thank you so much. Riding a pain-free wave. Thank you, Heather. Looks amazing. Thank you for sharing. You guys are welcome. I don't have my recipe plan for next week. So would you guys like to help? What would you like? I'm not going live on Thursday. I'm going live right after Brooke Burke's class Friday. So I'm thinking you guys are going to be hungry and you're going to want a good post-workout meal. How many of you here are going to take Brooke's class next week? I'm going live 15 minutes after her class ends so that you guys can drink some, not alcohol, water, and come in the kitchen and we can prepare lunch together. Or like breakfast lunch, because for some of you on Pacific Coast. But what would you guys like next time? Sauvignon Blanc would be fantastic with this, Lori. So would an Aperol Spritz, because this is like an appetizer, a glass of champagne. I love champagne. Absolutely. A beautiful glass of white wine. She said Sauvignon Blanc, but I'll also recommend a crisp Pinot Grigio. Anything else, my friends? Anyone? Nobody wants to recommend a recipe for next week they'd like to see? Okay. You guys want me to come up with it on my own? Okay. Comment below if you've watched this. We're really looking to engage with our community this year. If you watched it, it would help us so much to just comment below. We want to get everyone involved in community. That's my goal this summer. If I have one goal for BB Body, it's to get us talking, not just on the lives, but beyond. Heather would like me to cook something Spanish, like Mexican Spanish or Spain Spanish, Heather, or Colombian or Cuban. David Madrid wants something. Gosh, you guys are challenging me. I don't really cook Spanish food, but I could try Spanish, huh? Maybe like a paella. Okay, I'll think about this. It's not my forte, but headed to Barcelona. Barcelona is so good. Madrid has my favorite food, but Barcelona is so good. Oh my goodness, you all want Spain. All right, how about that? I'm going to bring Spain to you next week. I'm going to think something post-workout in Spain because I want you all cooking. And we'll have to play some Spanish music. If we're going to do Spain, we'll need to use the soundtrack for Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Heather, if you haven't seen Vicky Cristina Barcelona, one of my favorite films, watch it before you go to Spain. That's all I've got for you guys. Buon appetito, mangia bene, and I think this looks really pretty. If you were to put this out as one of your appetizers or even as a lunch. It's stunning visually, but I want you to remind you, it's not just the visual. This is a ton of protein and fiber and gorgeous vegetables. And your board could look much different than mine. You could do so many more vegetables than I did. And also add protein. Chicken would be great. Salmon would be great. Steak would be great. Shrimp. So this could be a whole meal. All right, everyone. I love you all. Watch Eva Longoria searching for Spain. I sure will. All right. You guys want Spanish food next week. Brooke Burke. Who knew? I'll see you guys next week. I love you all.